years ago, I had sold a property to some folks. We had looked at numerous homes, and we ended up making an offer on one that they seemed to like the most, and there was a little bit of back and forth in the offer and the counteroffer phases, but they ended up purchasing the property. We had gone through the home inspection phase, of course, the appraisal phase, and the different hoops that we typically jump through in the home purchasing process. And so we closed on the property. The purchasers moved in, seemed very happy, and months later I received a phone call, and I could tell that the buyer was very distressed. And after we talked a little while, he brought up the term ghost. And I knew then that we might be dealing with some kind of a stigmatized property. As the story continued, I was told that the buyers, not that long after they had moved in, apparently a matter of weeks, they started to hear strange sounds inside the house. And this was at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. No one was awake at the time as these sounds started occurring. And they would be things like ringing bells and furniture moving around, chairs shifting, that type of thing. You know, obviously my buyers were concerned. And after some time, I think it was weeks, they couldn't seem to figure out what was going on. So they started asking around the neighborhood. And sure enough, one of their neighbors had said that someone had died in the house. And this is something that hadn't been disclosed. And Oregon law is fairly clear on this. I did a little research, and after quite a bit of online record searching, did locate a news story that was exceedingly hard to find. But it did confirm what one of the neighbors had said, and indeed it was a tragic situation where there was a death in the house. And so I did contact the seller's realtor shortly after this, talked with him, and as I knew, he had no obligation under Oregon law to reveal that information. We had a discussion, and he confirmed that his boss basically had told him that there was no need to disclose it, and therefore they weren't going to disclose it. And one of the reasons why sellers usually or often don't disclose this kind of information is because it can have a severe impact on the market value. It's the kind of thing that a lot of buyers don't want to deal with, and if there's other properties that don't have that same characteristic, then they'll continue looking.